Your retirement plan was designed for someone else, and it's not by economists trying to protect your future. It's not by government officials protecting workers. It was built around a tax loophole for executives and then handed to you as a modern way to go out and retire. So what this has is you have 70 million Americans in the system, 7.7 trillion assets to a 401k plan, and then in 1978, the year it was slipped in. So who designed the system you're depending on or your loved one is depending on to survive in retirement? That's what this video is about. So the question, the 401k is just how retirement works. This is kind of like the unanswered question. You talk about like my mom, my dad. It's like, yeah, it's like you got to go ahead and save up money, go to school, get good grades, and then go get a 401k, and then you could retire when you're 60. So you've never questioned it. My mom and dad never questioned it. The HR department set it up. The company matches a percentage. You pick some funds, you retire. So completely normalized that almost nobody's ever asked who designed this, when and why. Okay, so with 70 million active participants, this many in assets, and never really publicly debated, not a policy decision, not a commission, not a national study on worker retirement security, a tax revision in a bill in 1978. Nobody asked what it was replacing. Nobody asked if it would work. Okay, so the pension was a contract, not a gamble. You worked for 30 years. You received a guaranteed monthly check for life. The employer bore the risk. A professional fund manager managed investments. You didn't have to understand expense ratios to retire with dignity. So a GM worker retiring in 1975 after 30 years could respectively earn $1,200 a month guaranteed for life, regardless of market conditions, regardless of investment decisions they never had to make. And you would literally get a check every single month. General Motors, here you go. $1,200 every single month, payable monthly for life of the employee and surviving spouse. Now, the Revenue Act of 1978, Section 401k, a tax bill, a narrow provision about executive compensation deferral, not a retirement reform, not a commission studying worker security, not a policy designed for 70 million people, a tax loophole for high earners buried in legislative text that accidentally became the American retirement system. Revenue Act passes, Section 401k clarifies executive compensation deferral. IRS publishes proposed regulation. Nobody in Congress objects. Nobody debates it. Ted Bana files with IRS. The loophole becomes a mass product. You literally have the 401k cash or deferred arrangements, the provision. Okay? Now, Ted Bana called it a monster. A benefit consultant in Pennsylvania read Section 401k and realized it could apply to all workers, not just executives. He filed with IRS. They approved it. His intention, a simple savings supplement. What it became, the primary, often only retirement vehicle for most Americans. I helped open the Pandora's box that I'm not sure should have been opened. It has been too complex for most people to manage effectively. Now what you have is a voluntary savings supplement. Extra savings on top of a pension, worker optional, low complexity, a bonus, not a foundation. But what it became, the only retirement plan for most Americans, mandatory in practice, high complexity, full market risk transferred to workers, pensions eliminated, not supplemented. Now, who made that decision? Corporate America, not Ted Bana. The decision to eliminate pensions and replace them with 401ks was made by CFOs optimizing balance sheets, not benefits consultants. Now, a pension is a corporate liability. A 401k is your problem. So the shift from pension to 401k was not a retirement policy decision. It was a balance sheet optimization. The company's liability disappears. Your risk appears. The math was obvious. Every CFO ran it. Estimated Fortune 500 savings, 1980s pension elimination, 30 to 40% reduction in long-term label liabilities per company across hundreds of Fortune 500 companies in a single decade. Okay? So that's almost like the thing that's happening like with AI, like just creating so much savings for a lot of companies. The 401k was essentially the thing that was that in that time period to just save more money. So from 38% to under 15% in 30 years. Okay, so think about this. Mechanism 1, pensions freezes. Honor old obligations, stop accruing new benefits. Existing workers grandfathered, growth halted. Mechanism 2, new hire exclusion. Every new employee gets only a 401k. The workforce shifts over time. No negotiations needed. Mechanism 3, bankruptcy termination. Bethlehem Steel, Pan Am, United Airlines, bankruptcy proceedings used to legally terminate pension obligations. So with all these things, the industry that profits from your 401k shaped the rules around it. The Investment Company Institute, the Financial Service Roundtable, consistent documented contributions to congressional campaigns through 1980s to 2000s, proposed that regulations requiring lower cost options killed before a floor vote. Fiduciary standards weakened and delayed for a decade. The assets under management fee paid regardless of performance. Balance up, fee collected. Balance down, fee collected. The manager's incentive is to maximize assets under management, not to maximize your returns. So when you think about this, 1% annual fee, 30 years, $123,000 gone. This was transferred from your retirement account to fund management fees, not to market losses, to fees. To multiply times 70 million workers, just do the math right there. How much money was that? Median retirement savings is $182,000. Amount needed is $900,000. So $182,000 in savings plus $1,700 in Social Security, you're looking at $2,300 a month, what the median retiree has. The median is not an edge case though. Half of all Americans near retirement have less than 182 grand, right? So what they promised and what actually happened. What they promised, the 401k will supplement existing pension plans, not replace them. What actually happened? Private sector pension coverage, 38% under 15%. The 401k didn't supplement, it replaced it. So worker ownership of investment accounts will empower ordinary Americans. Most worker defaulted to high fee funds, made poor timing decisions, and failed to maximize contributions. Broad market participation will generate retirement security across income levels. Median retirement savings, $182,000. Half of Americans over 55 have less than 100 grand saved. So critics predicted exactly this outcome on the record before the system was adopted, but they were ignored. Now, what happens is the people who designed the system don't use it. The 401k contribution limit, $23,000 a year, a corporate executive, non-qualified deferred compensation plan, no limit. Corporate proxy statements, which are public, show executives maintaining defined benefit style arrangements while their workers got 401ks. So here's this. The W-2 worker, max $23K a year. The C-suite executive, no contribution limit. Roth IRA, max $7,000 a year. Stock options, RSUs, capital gains, tax rates. Taxable brokerage, unlimited but taxed annually. Real estate income, passive, depreciation sheltered. Investment risk, entirely yours. Investment risk, professionally managed. Then you have pension, a limited executive pension, still intact. Okay? The 401k was designed for everybody else, not for the people who designed it. Okay? That's like a very obese person giving you a diet on how to lose weight, but they don't go ahead and use it. So the system is what it is used. Use it differently. You can't change the system today, but 5 specific moves made now can change your outcome substantially. These aren't opinions. These are literally just math. So number 1, capture the full employer match, always, 50 to 100%. 2, move to index funds immediately. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is literally what I do. Open your account today, find your expense ratios. Anything above 0.2% needs to change. 3, know expense ratio before every investment decision. You just saw that 1% costs over 30 years. Make it non-negotiable. 4, the 401k is not your only option. You have the Roth IRA, you have the HSA, you have taxable brokerage after maxing those. And 5, self-employed or business owner. You have the solo 401k and the SEP IRA have dramatically higher contribution limits. You can approach defined benefit-like structure like the executives kept. Now, this is not because the 401k was better for you, but because it was better for their balance sheet. I'm really curious. Do you have a 401k? Comment below.